Deixa a bunda no alto, fica a bunda no alto. Deixa a bunda no alto, fica a bunda no alto.
Hello and welcome to the Tried It podcast, where we discuss all things from millennial struggle to relationships and love and everything in between. I'm Maya.
I'm Jade.
And I'm Kadisha.
How's everyone doing today?
Good. You know, this morning when it's sunny, it makes me feel so
That was
nice.
energetic.
I know, because I feel like we never get sun. And then these days, I don't know what's been going on, but like this morning, it was such a nice day and it just made me feel really good. But then it turned to shit as soon as I got here, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, so I was feeling good. It started off well. How's your day?
Fine. Just literally woke up, got ready, came here.
I'm rolled here, yeah.
Yeah.
I woke up naturally around 8:15 and then I was like, shall I go hot yoga? Could do the morning, could do this. And then I was like, fuck it. And then I got in the car within 7 minutes.
Oh,
and
geez.
gone to yoga
No,
and
mine
then
takes
drove to yoga.
preparation.
Yeah, but obviously I was going to shower and everything after us, so it was fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, shall we crack on? Today is a pick and mix.
So my pick today is in light of International Women's Day,
Oh, yes.
good.
which is
International
today,
Women's Day.
8th of March.
Whoop, whoop.
And I just didn't want to necessarily speak on International Women's Day per se, but just more so like about being a woman. What does being a woman mean to you? And like, because everybody's view on what being a woman is different.
100%.
Although there's only one like dictionary term, everyone's take on it is different and what everybody feels responsible for is different. So I just wanted to quickly talk about that. Being a woman to me it feels like a lot of responsibility.
100%.
And I don't think I wouldn't use the word maternal because I don't feel it just towards like children type of thing. It's just, I just feel responsible for everybody around me. And I don't know if that's to do with me and who I am or if it's to do with me being a woman. Because if I was a guy, I don't think I would probably feel the same way.
100%, yeah.
I think I would be way more selfish. Not to say that there's not selfish women, but I just think that part of my DNA makeup makes me that way, just to be naturally caring and considerate.
Empathetic.
And
I feel like with women, that always like men kind of turn it into be like women are too emotional. They just care too much about everything. But I feel like in so many ways it's also a strength. Do you know what I mean? Like that we can care about things so deeply and like, I don't know. I feel like we have almost like instincts for things and how people feel in situations more so than men maybe.
Yeah, I think we definitely have instinct and intuition. And I think that it helps us a lot in life, even though we don't always know when to tap into it and listen to it. But just having it there is good. And sometimes when I like hear men speak and I just see that they're all just like on the same page in the way that they think.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we're so different.
Yeah.
We're just so
There's
different.
so many layers
like,
to us.
Literally, like they're so simple yet complicated, but we're just like complicated yet simple, if that makes sense. And I remember...
I think we've just found our new episode title.
That was so funny. I remember when I was, how old was I? I think I was like 18 or 17 or 18 and I had a boyfriend and I broke up with him and I was just, we had a massive argument in the morning. I called my mum and I was like, we've just had an argument again. I had to throw him out my house. And and I was like literally in my college uniform. I was doing beauty, so it was a uniform. And I was like supposed to be out the door already on my way there. And she was like, just come and meet me in town. We'll go and get a coffee and your favourite donut. So I didn't go to college. I went to meet my mum in town and then we literally got like a hot chocolate and a donut. And then she took me to Waterstones and she bought me this book called Women Are From Venus and Men Are From Mars.
Oh, that is so
Literally.
good.
I mean, I've only read 8 pages of it and I've had it for about 7 years.
Can I borrow it? Because it doesn't seem like you're reading it.
But the first 8 pages, like I've literally highlighted so much. And the reason I've not read it properly is because I feel like I need to sit down and take the time and like understand it properly. It's not just like a quick read through, get to the end and you're like, oh, that was a good read. Like you really need to take it in to understand what it's written by a man, but from the 8 pages that I've read, okay, it's maybe more than that, maybe about 20. From the pages that I've read, it seems like he's got a good grasp on like how women think. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, we do that. And then he like says like why a man does something that they do and why we will just never be the same. And as long as we both understand where each other is coming from, that's how we can sort of get through life. And it's so true. Like we are so different to men. And I just think that attributes that we have make us just like so great. Like we're so strong. We go through pain. Our pain threshold is just high. Like I don't know what it's like for a man to go through pain, but like they have a thing called man flu when they have a simple cold and they can't like do anything. Do you know what I mean? And we go through things that's just like ridiculous and out of this world. And just like the things that we have to go through daily, like our tolerance is just built up, whether it be like in the workplace, just on the street, in social environments, and we just have to constantly be like have our wits about us. It's like we can never really let our guard down, which I think is why our emotions are always also so high, like because we just never...
It's always pent up.
Yeah, and it's only like when we're amongst ourselves and together that we can feel like, and men just will never understand that.
That's really well said.
Honestly, I totally agree. I feel for me, being a woman, I never really understood the depth and the weight of being a woman as a younger girl. As I've got older, and obviously I'm still young, but as I'm getting older, I'm realising more and more the slight intricacies of being a woman as opposed to being a man. And obviously having a partner as well, that really shows you a lot, because there's just so much. Like the other day I showed my boyfriend this, that thing I put on Instagram of the old woman talking, and she's got like quite scary eyes, and she's like, "Be a woman," they said. It's
it's
a scary video. But it's really good. It's got like, it's basically saying like, how can we survive everything that they tell us to be fat, tell us to be skinny, tell us to be this, everything. I showed it to him, and he was like, "Yeah, but no one's telling. No women are being told that. Who's telling you to be skinny? Who's telling you to be big?
Saw this all
No
in the
man has
comments
even
as well.
said that." And I was just like,
gosh.
"You honestly," and then we watched like 3 more videos, not from the same one, but like different ones. And then by the end of it, he was like, "Yeah, well, there's things that happen to men, like as a man, I can't start crying. Like, a woman can do this. A woman can go out and say, like, I'm not happy with this. A man can't do that. We just have to take it. Like, we can't be weak. We can't be this. We can't be all that kind of stuff."
They set these rules themselves.
Honestly, and also I do agree though that women are the biggest oppressors of women, because if we didn't, obviously, it's a man's world for sure, but like we've just said about men's simplicity, I don't feel like they would tap into as much as they could if we didn't show them that they could. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We are obviously, we kill ourselves to look good for them and do all these things. If we didn't do that, what could they do? They wouldn't even know that. Do you know what I mean? The only reason that I can wonder is because they know over there they might get something better or quicker or whatever. So women are the biggest oppressors of women, in my opinion. And being a woman, as I'm getting older, I'm realising how much strength there is with it, like you've said, but also how much responsibility. And it makes me, like, I think every day about like, if I have a daughter, like, how will I raise her? Like, I just don't, it's just such, to me, that's a huge task. That's why I really will love a boy, because I feel like a boy's going to be so much easier. I don't feel like, I don't feel like like you said, their depth of emotions and all of that it's easily just keep them busy, run them around, keep them active, and obviously teach them, how to treat themselves and other people around them. And that's it. But with girls, Jesus Christ, I was brilliant. I was a great daughter, but I was still a handful. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I just feel like being a woman, there's great responsibility and great strength. And it isn't fair, and it shouldn't be the case, but it is what it is. So I feel like if we shy away from it and we're like, I shouldn't have to do that, I'm a woman. And I'm not saying take on extra shit, but do know that, being a woman does come with different things. It's not the same as being a man. And you shouldn't want it to be either.
Yeah, I feel like, especially recently, I've found that, just from growing up, I found that being a woman is very empowering. I just feel like I wouldn't want to be a man. Like, I wouldn't want to have it any other way. And I would want to have like a daughter. Like, I imagine the differences of, like, because I have like a nephew, and my sister's always saying, they're like, oh, I think it's harder to raise a girl and stuff like that, as you're saying. And I just kind of think, I don't know. I feel like I would want a girl, because I feel like it's so, like, there's such a womanhood now, and I just feel like women, I don't want to be too, like, general and just say, like, generalized statements, but I just feel like from my experiences, or maybe it's just the women that I have around me, but I just feel like we can talk about things. We talk about things more, and we look into things more, and like how it feels, and like we question things more. And I just feel like women are more inquisitive, and I don't know. And I just feel like we think so deeply and feel so deeply that we just have access to so much more feeling and everything. I don't know. That's just how I feel. And I just feel like there's such empowerment in that. And I wouldn't want it any other way. Because like sometimes I talk to guys about stuff and they're just like, why would you even think that? Like, you know, it's not that deep. Or like, do you know what I mean? I don't know if we hear these things often, but I do. And it's just always like, guys just don't want to think too deeply into it. Or they're just like, it's no big deal. Like, why is it? They don't want to think into things and question things and really like talk about it.
Yeah.
But I just love that women do. And I don't know, I just love being a woman.
There is
But it
something
a lot.
about being around women. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel it's just great. Like, I remember my best friend when I was younger, she just lived with her mum and her sister. And obviously I lived with my mum, brother and dad. And for me, obviously the dynamic's completely different. But in their house, it was great. Like you could just walk around naked. You could, obviously that wasn't my go-to. But like you could if you wanted to. And like everyone shares each other's shit because obviously we all want to say someone's on their period, everyone gets it. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember in my house, obviously having my dad and I'd be on my period and I'd be like, in bed, and then he'd be like, come on, get up, and I'd just be like, you've got no idea. But then I don't want to tell you I'm on my period because I feel awkward about doing that. Do you know what I mean? If it was just like, now I'm just living with my mum, it's just a dream. We just leave the toilet open. You know what I mean? I'm using it. These aren't the highlights, but they are definitely part of it for me. Maybe it's just something about being around women. I just love it.
I do also feel like it can be hard because as women we kind of feel like we all have to be a feminist, we all have to stick up for each other, and we all have to kind of fight for like equality and stuff, so it can be a bit stressful and
there is that responsibility, and I do feel like everyone should have that responsibility to an extent. I don't think it's right to shy away from it and just be like, oh well, it is what it is, and do you know what I mean? Like I think we should all be in our own way moving forward for something, whether it, in your own capacity, whether it be if you have a son, make sure you make that son understand how to treat women and the reason that men need to be better and need to understand and all these things. And like, you know, if you're in a workplace, for example, and then they're not treating the men and the women equally, don't just be like, it is what it is. I feel like you have to take that step. And that's something that men don't really have to do because there's none of that for them to do.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. There is also International Men's Day. Did you know that?
No,
I know.
It's November the 19th.
I kind of got annoyed because I typed into, I was going to talk about something like this to do with International Women's Day. And so I typed in on Reddit, just like International Women's Day, and nothing came up. It was all International Men's Day. And all these threads of men like getting annoyed about why International Men's Day isn't a bigger thing and how like we shouldn't have an international, if we don't celebrate the International Men's Day the same as the women's one, then we shouldn't have
Yeah, because every day is International Men's Day. That's why it's not a biggie.
It's not just that. It's that when it's International Women's Day, all of the women care. But when it's International Men's Day, not all of you care.
Literally.
So not all of you push for it. So therefore, it's not going to be a big thing.
100%.
Yeah.
If only 10 of you care out of 100, nothing's... It's not
and
going
if
to
the
be as
only
big.
reason you want it is because there's an International Women's Day, you got to make use of it and raise awareness of things that you care about, and then people will listen.
I think I've said before, but I had a client and she's Russian, and she told me that like I don't think I even knew about International Women's Day before her, and she was like, happy International Women's Day once, and she bought me something, and I was like, oh thanks, I didn't even know. And then she was like, like in Russia it's a huge thing, all the men get women flowers.
It's a national holiday in some countries.
And she said it is there, and that we all go out where there's a big parade, there's this and that, and I was like, oh my God, it's not like that here. It's only since I've got older, and she bloody told me that I knew it was a thing. So it's really, really big, and I'm just glad that I do think it's better time for women now in general.
I just think that,
but there is a lot of work to do.
As women as well, we can, like you just said, we can be our own oppressors, and it's not every day that women will come together and, you know, be happy and spread love and just be nice and just unite. Like every day it's like there's women tearing other women down.
Totally.
There's women bad-mouthing other women. There's women commenting. And it's just like it shouldn't just be one day that we don't do that.
I totally agree. It shouldn't take a presence of a day to...
in general, like as women, we need to understand our power and unite more often. Do you know what I mean? Because like you say, if we did that, so much more could change.
100%.
Like we've already come so far, but we could get so much further. Yeah, that's it from me.
Yeah, and just to second that really, and like also don't beat yourself up about it because we're all guilty of it. Even me, who obviously, like, you know, I scream about women, only train women, all that stuff. But the other day, a friend called me and she said that she's had an amazing opportunity handed to her, and instantly I was like, oh, why not me? Do you know what I mean? And obviously, I know that's horrible to say, and I'm like, oh my God. But then I told myself instantly, no. don't block her blessings because then that will block yours. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, be happy for her and be, because she does deserve this. Everyone deserves their own stuff and blah, 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 blah. And then like, that's what we do. We're so programmed to be angry about each other's success because we feel there's not room for more than one of us. We think there's only room for one. And if she's getting it, that means I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
And that's not true.
No.
There is room for all of us if we just support each other for it. And then the bigger things and better things can come for us.
Yeah, I
Agreed.
love that. That's really good.
Oh, good.
Okay, so my shout out this week is Snow Allegra, Those Feels Again. It's an album. It's like a really slow, soulful, but it's just so like lovely. Like it's so lovely and like you can relate to all of the songs, and it's like, it's about relationships and stuff because it's about the feels and stuff, but it's just lovely and her voice is so beautiful. And she's got like a Tiny Desk concert as well, which is also great. So check that out on YouTube after you've watched this video, of course. But yeah, Snow Allegra.
What's a Tiny Desk concert?
It's like all the different artists, they come to this like room. It looks like a cramped office that's like packed and cluttered, but then they bring like their live band and then they just sit in front of the mic
I've seen
and
that.
do like, and the mic is like a stick. Have you seen it?
No, I've seen other people do it. I have not seen hers, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
now,
so she's got one of those as well. So check that out.
Okay, cool. Well, we hope you enjoy. Please keep subscribing, watching, sharing, and commenting and reviewing our podcast. It means so much. Thank you to everyone who's already done it. And yeah, interact with us, innit? Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us what you want to hear and that.
All right. And thank you for listening, guys. We hope you enjoyed.
Have a great week.
Happy International Women's Day.
Yes. Happy
Yes.
International Women's Day.
Every day International Women's Day.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.